by the way, we're gonna need the key to actually tap ourselves out of the parking lot. There's a pass. So yeah.
Oh, in the key.
Yeah. There we go. Awesome. Just the card there. Okay, so we're gonna need to go straight back. You guys already know.
Change around here.
You could even go around.
Yeah, around. Yeah, maybe just because there's so much traffic coming in. Nobody will let you in. I'll just keep pushing.
Yep.
The angry holiday traffic.
Exactly.
The turning radius is, even though it, see that's the thing with a lot of the all-wheel drive cars, the turning radius suffers.
Yeah.
With this one, there is no such thing. You know?
That's right.
There is no turning. There's no radius difference between the regular
drive
and right. It's exactly the same, right?
Yeah.
Okay, go. Like you're reversing. Okay, go. What do you want to do?
I think he's waiting for these ones. Yeah, we can go through. They're still waiting.
You're all set there?
Yep.
Yeah. Is there enough battery? You know, make sure that there's enough. Did you check the battery level?
Yep, it's full.
Okay. You put in the new one, the other one, the new
Yep.
one, or yeah. Okay.
It's all good to go.
Okay. So one of the more recent changes we've done is we've separated the suspension and driving tabs. So now suspension has its own tab if you get the air suspension option. And that's where you can raise and lower the suspension like before.
Or you can leave it on auto, right? Which
right.
basically lowers itself at highway speed, right?
That's right, exactly.
Auto raising location.
So we've set the underground parking. Is this one yours right here?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Nice cargo
But
box.
see, it's iced.
Yeah,
the red
this
one,
one.
I've already told security to kind of give them a little
Nice.
memento.
Mm-hmm. And this one is set to automatically lower at 100 clicks. We're going to want to take the gate on the right hand side there. That's the one we can use when we pass.
Are you recording already? Yeah. Thank you.
So it's set to sport right now.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll get a chance to put it into insane once we're up out of the garage here.
That's the one.
That's the one.
The famous one.
Yeah.
On the left. Stay on the left.
Yeah, we'll stay left here. Sport sort of feels like P85.
Yeah, it's the same way.
The performance one
Yeah.
before. Yeah. Oh, new Mustang.
I think we're gonna be stuck in this
For a while.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
In the displays, nothing really changed from the first gen. It's still the same displays, basically, right?
Sort of. Yeah, I mean, we're constantly sort of tweaking and making things better, but generally it's the same design principle.
Now, the adjustable region. This is what I love the most about this car, is that you can. It's an infinite number of settings for regen, right? Does it still have that slider for regen strength?
For regen?
Yeah.
No, it's actually standard or low.
Oh, there's only two,
Yeah.
but in the old one there was like a slider. You could or is it just
The Model S?
Yeah, the first generation that came
It's
out.
always been like this.
Oh, it's always like this,
Yeah.
only
Mhm.
standard or low.
That's
Okay.
right. Standard's quite aggressive, so you'll notice it slow down as soon as you let go of the accelerator.
Mm-hmm.
And then low sort of feels like you're coasting a bit more, but you can still notice it slowing down. It's like a toned down version
Mm-hmm.
of regen.
So the standard is the stronger one.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, for some reason I thought that there was like a slider.
A slider where you can decide.
I'll have to look at my original video.
What was it like on the Panamera? I'm curious.
You know what? I was underwhelmed, to be honest with you. I mean, it's a nice car. The range, the max in ideal conditions is 35, so I get more out of my Ford than the Panamera.
Yeah, 35 kilometers.
Yeah.
Total range.
What, oh, this is the parking
Yeah, the
sensors.
parking
I guess.
sensors,
So 35 kilometers in ideal conditions, basically, and again, with the Ford, you can be much more aggressive with the electric motor in acceleration and everything else.
Yeah.
With the Panamera, it would be very hard to keep up with the traffic.
So it sounds like it wants to jump into the gas.
Yeah, exactly. And then there is the the power meter, the range meter has a green zone which stays in electric. Then it goes like to blue zone or whatever else. So you have to stay within the green zone to keep electric. Otherwise, automatically jumps into the gasoline.
So it's as a result of throttle power. I guess,
exactly. And there's supposed to be a bit of resistance, which is very hard to feel. I guess maybe after driving it for a while, you get used to it and. You can sense it more, but I couldn't, because all the pedals in the Porsche, they're all very hard, to begin with. So,
interesting.
So it's, it's definitely an interesting concept, but I think their Cayenne plug-in hybrid will do much better, which was just launched last week.
Right.
That'll do much better than because it's all-wheel drive, number one.
Yep.
So that'll be maybe more of a competition for
Model X.
For the D. Because it's they're both all-wheel drive, but again with a minimal electric range. It's,
and how do you think? Yep.
So this always stays in the camera mode, or
you can choose to
keep it.
Want there. Yep. So you can put whichever one of the apps you want right at the very top, and slide them down into either.
I'm gonna be going straight, I guess. Right. To the right. Okay.
I just find it useful to have the camera on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You don't have a record mode for the rear camera, do you?
No.
Not yet.
No. Customers have requested it for sure. Yeah.
Because instead of having your dash cam, two-way dash cam, it's yeah. It might become an option perhaps.
Maybe I
people
know
can code it probably.
There's definitely threads on the forums talking about it. So it's something that some customers
have been asking about.
Been asking for, yeah.
Well, that's the same like BMW has learned. It's basically been since the 09 Mini E. They learned through the Active E and now on to the i3.
Right.
They basically learned through the customer feedback. Yeah. I'm pretty sure Tesla the same way. They took advantage of it. Going right, right?
Yes, we're going to. No, you're exactly right. And the cool thing is because we're a much smaller company than everybody else. Let's take a left-hand lane here. And here we won't need to change lanes for a while, so feel free to get comfy in the lane. But basically, we have a much shorter feedback loop, right? There's a lot less in the way of sending feedback back to the factory. Little space.
There's definitely nothing else like it.
Yep, we're going to stay on the right-hand
side.
On the right side. Coming up to a straightaway. And you might have noticed the speed cut out. The test drive car is limited to about 130.
Yeah, that's good. That's enough. Definitely.
We'll stay in this lane as well. There's a really nice turn coming up. Wilson Heights Boulevard South. It's going to be the first right-hand turn.
So how did you feel? It feels a little bit.
It's hard to hold both cameras.
Yeah, that's right. The pull is instant at any speed.
That's right. Exactly.
No hesitation whatsoever. So Wilson Heights on the right.
The first one. That's right. Yeah, it's going to be a pretty tight turn, so I want to hold on to the
cameras.
Oh man. All right, they got it.
Go for it. Keep going. So let's get into the left-hand lane here, and let's go somewhere quiet where we can try.
Yeah, the off the line.
Let's just turn left at the next.
It's the first 30 meters or so that are the most impressive, I'm
That's
sure.
right,
Yeah.
exactly. Let's keep going.
Oh, yeah.
There's a better.
Better location?
Better
Yeah, you've got your own selected spots. That's good.
Right. And you can hear the sound of the front.
The front motor. That's right. You don't hear it in the other one, eh? That's interesting. Because it's like right there behind at the back of the front, right?
That's right. Exactly. So right and then left.
And you mean somewhere before the Wilson?
Right after the sign, yeah. This
Okay,
is
right
this
here.
one, right here. Alright, so let's keep going.
Oh, there's a bigger, longer
That's the
straight.
street. That's
Longer
the one.
straight.
And there's typically very, very little traffic on the street, which is good. This is the one.
Excellent. And that's enough of a length for sure. Are you holding on to the cameras?
Yeah,
Yeah?
I got it.
You
We're in
ready?
sport mode right now.
It is in sport mode?
Yeah.
Is it sport or is it insane?
Right now it's in sport. Just
Okay.
wait for this car here.
Yeah, oopsie daisy.
Not
That's
really
one I'm back
tracking
into. Of course. No, he just turned
No.
Definitely, and normally it subsides, but here it's so constant.
That's right.
Okay, stop
Swing around and do it again.
okay, so through somebody's driveway, I guess. And that was only 500 horsepower, or 400?
Roughly.
Roughly,
yes.
yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm sure because this car is so quiet, none of the residents object to
That's
because
right.
they can't hear it.
They have no idea unless they're looking outside their windows.
So now you have to do that close up on the mode that we're gonna change. You've already changed it, or
Nope.
No.
It's still in sport. Go ahead. I'll let
can
you.
you see it?
Yep.
I'll let you do the honors here. There you go.
Can you see what it says here?
Yeah, insane.
Okay, are you ready?
Yep.
Holding on to the cameras.
Yep.
That is something. You can feel your stomach staying in the back seat.
Exactly.
Wow.
So generally, because the application of the torque is so quick, the quicker you apply your foot, the quicker the car will go. So if you can, sort of instead of gradually doing and then starting,
Just floor it.
just floor it, essentially. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, that's right. I wasn't even.
You sort of,
I wasn't even
went on
gradually.
slowly, yeah.
Let this guy go.
Just wait here for me. All right, pedal to the metal.
That is scary.
You feel the difference, right?
Yeah, yeah, no, absolutely. You can feel the G-forces definitely.
So was Elon justified in calling it insane?
Oh yeah, yeah, no, this is amazing. This is something completely different. And only maybe some Lamborghini owners can kind of experience kind of similar, but not quite, not quite.
Yeah. Did you see the video from a few days
Yeah,
ago?
yeah, the Aventador. Yeah, I posted it on our page. Yeah.
And we'll go straight here. And just yesterday against the Ferrari 458.
Oh, somebody did the Ferrari yesterday as well?
Same guy.
Oh, same guy.
Yeah.
I think it's a Chinese guy in California, right? Yeah.
Same guy. Alright, let's
Left.
go left here.
Left, yeah. Right.
Did you feel the few vibrations there? The buzzing? That was the lane departure warning.
Oh.
So before you signaled, you were already across the line. So the car sensed that and warned you. And we're going to take a left at the next traffic light.
Through the mall here, right?
Go into this lane without signal.
Yeah, it sounds different than the regular P85. You can definitely hear both. You have like a stereo or surround sound of electric motors.
That's right, exactly.
Which you didn't get in the regular P85.
Sides,
yeah.
for sure. Sounds sort of like you're in a spaceship or
Yeah, very
traveling through time.
Star Trekky.
That's right.
Messed up.
The signal's on as well.
Never know.
So did you drive any other EVs today? Just the
This is the third one. Yeah, we did a Kia Soul EV as well, which is a brand new one, the newest baby on the block.
I actually saw one of those driving today. It was my very, very first one that I've seen.
The wait lists are longer than Tesla.
Yeah.
6 month waiting list.
Wow. What's the production like?
Well, that's the thing. I think it's the battery supply is the issue. Samsung has so many commitments with other EV manufacturers that it can't manufacture enough of the batteries to keep it going. Same with the Mitsubishi Outlander PHEV. They only have enough production supply for Europe and Asia. That's why they never came to North America.
Yeah.
That's the only plug-in hybrid with quick charge capability in the world so far.
Right. The Kia or the Mitsubishi?
No, the Mitsubishi. Kia has the quick charges though. The CHAdeMO is standard. Standard, yeah. The BMW had actually the BMW just made it standard. It wasn't standard in the first year. The second year they made it standard. But it's not CHAdeMO, it's CCS, which is the third standard. So eventually, I guess they'll have to, between Tesla and the other manufacturers, they'll have to figure out, hopefully, a single standard. I can see it happening within the next 5 years, perhaps. Especially with the open source now that Tesla has opened up its patents. Yeah. Hopefully, first you were with Daimler. Now there were rumors of BMW cooperating, but that turned out not to be true apparently. So I don't know but I'm sure that it just makes sense. The economies of scale that the EV manufacturers should be cooperating together, and they can learn from each other.
It definitely makes sense. I mean, the whole idea behind us opening up the patents was because Tesla's already done all the hard work, and to grow the pie for everybody is beneficial not just to Tesla but for everyone else as well.
I think it's the changing of the public perception out there is the hardest, because still a lot of people don't even know that Tesla is electric. Like they see a luxury car, it looks like a luxury car.
That's right.
And not until you tell them or you see it plugged in somewhere that people know. The same with my cars. I keep them plugged in even in my driveway so that people can see and start asking questions. I have a lot of my neighbors asking me questions about it. Still, a lot of people don't know what the green plate is, for example.
Exactly. And, each one that's on the road is more awareness and more PR essentially.
We're gonna swing around in on the right, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I personally wouldn't change into the far right until after the light because
Oh,
this
yeah?
off ramp is pretty bad.
Oh, I see. So I heard that there's a few Uber drivers using Teslas. Did you hear about that?
I only know of one personally.
In Montreal, I think. That's the
No, in
one person.
Toronto.
Oh, in Toronto, there's
Yeah.
one Uber guy.
I know there's a taxi driver in Montreal who has one.
Mm-hmm.
Not an Uber taxi, just a regular taxi. But yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if there were multiple. It's such an advantageous car to have.
Mm-hmm.
Such an advantageous car to have.
It's just that it's an expensive car to be using as a taxi, right? So I mean,
Yeah.
But
hey, I mean, even regular cars are expensive. Taxis have huge expenses to deal with anyway.
yeah.
An electric motor that doesn't wear out is better than a gas motor that dies
There's
out.
a lot of
for
parts that you have to
400,000
change. That's right, with high mileage, exactly. Is this? No, the next one, right?
Yeah. This will automatically go over things.
This was definitely unlike any other experience, for sure. I mean,
That's
even
good.
compared to like his regular P85 was already impressive enough, but this is mind-blowing. Yeah.
So this was mind-blowing, but how would you compare the P85 to the Panamera?
Well, that's what I mean. I was underwhelmed. I really pushed it, and it's
Right.
you know maybe the issue was that
Right.
we didn't have enough charge because in the Panamera it uses the turbo, and if there's enough battery power, it uses the electric motor as a booster, which is a 94 horsepower motor. So when you add the 94 to the 333, you should technically theoretically have the same performance as the regular P85.
Right.
Or close to it, but
But you still
I didn't feel. I guess I wasn't able to experience it. Maybe because there was not enough battery power
I see.
left.
Right.
They forgot to plug it in before we test drove it. But
Did
yeah,
you let them know that you wanted to go and test drive it?
Yeah, it was booked a long time ago, and I know Hans for many years. So
Right.
we've had a nice conversations, of course. And
How do you know Hans? From back in the day again?
yeah, well, one of my employees and one of my agents that works for me is also a manager was in the car business and still is in the car business.
Oh,
So
very
they've
cool.
known each other for 20 years.
Nice.
I've known Hans for over 5 probably.
Awesome.
When he started with Tesla in Yorkville, before
Yeah.
you had this
That's
store.
right. We used to have the downtown Yorkville
That's
office.
right. Yeah. When he was just starting to sell the Roadsters.
Mm-hmm.
Back in 2010, I think it was.
Yep. Did you drive the Roadster?
You know what? No, I never did for some reason. Now that a lot of our members some of them have the Model S and the Roadsters. I don't know if you know Jeff Stevenson from
Oh yeah, I know Jeff.
the insurance guy from Hamilton.
Yeah.
He's a member of our club, so we meet up.
So what
quite
club
often.
is this? What's the?
Toronto Electric Vehicle Association. It's just a Facebook
I
page.
follow you guys on Facebook.
You do?
There
Yeah,
you
that's perfect. Yeah.
Awesome.
So we're
So who runs the page? Is it?
It's basically
nice.
me, but I designated a few journalists as admins as well.
So they
Michael
can post their
Michael
articles.
Betancourt is he's one of the admins as well, so he posts a lot.
Nice.
He goes to all the auto shows worldwide.
Cool.
So
So are we going to see this this test drive up on the
absolutely,
Facebook page?
absolutely, Junior will do some
Cool.
editing and stuff.
Awesome. Sounds good.
What is she doing? Did she stop us? Or yeah, I guess she's trying to let the other ones
I
go.
don't know what she's doing. Yeah, it's
So
definitely been an interesting holiday season.
Can't we just turn right?
Yeah, we're turning right. Let's just go. And to left here.
Definitely something else. Do you know, I know that in the US Tesla is leasing. I don't know through whom, if it's the Tesla by themselves who are leasing. Here you're still just doing the financing, you're not offering leasing yet,
No, we
right? Is
have-
there a chance?
We've had in-house leasing for a few months now, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, we've had it for
'Cause-
quite a few months.
Oh, okay.
We've,
We should run the numbers for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Are you guys thinking of switching to full electric soon as well, or?
My wife loved Tesla for a long time,
Mhm.
so we're just waiting for a good lease deal and stuff.
Nice.
Like, we were going to trade in both the iMIV and the BMW for a Tesla, and we made an offer, but it was just the residuals were not. There was some negative
Right.
equity as well, so it didn't make sense at that point.
I
But
see. But now that you've paid it
now,
down,
yeah,
we're
exactly.
gonna turn left here.
Yeah, he wants to let me in. So what does that mean?
Yep, he's gonna let us go through.
Yeah.
There we go. Awesome. Even when the lot's full, Model S's are still allowed to go down here, which is great.
I wonder what happens with the electric cars. But the door closes automatically when it's full, right? So even if there's a spot in
No,
electric, they won't let you.
The security just won't let you go down. You'll still be able to go in even if the lot's full.
Oh yeah.
It's just you won't find any spots.
Oh, okay.
Unless you're an electric car or a Tesla owner.
That's right. Yeah. But I think they started enforcing because I see fewer gasoline cars blocking the chargers
Yeah,
now.
they've been
So
doing
they.
it for a while, and the awesome thing is that Yorkdale's now noticing so many Model S owners here on the weekends.
Mhm.
Like you saw today, it's not even. It's a Tuesday, and we have most of our parking spots
Yeah.
full.
Amazing. It's
So-
great to see.
Yeah. On a Saturday, we'll find about a dozen Model S's scattered all over the parking lot.
I just should take any ticket. Yeah.
Yeah, just
pretty
for
much.
the ticket. Perfect.
Thank you very much.
Okay, and we're gonna take the first left.
Yeah, so it definitely sounds different and it feels different as well than the regular P85. And now that, with the all-wheel drive especially,
Yeah.
So now the shifting of the power from front to back, is it also front to back and left to right, or just front to back basically between the axles?
I think it's just front to back between the axles. It's completely dynamic, right? So it's shifting many,
As it
many
needed,
times
basically.
as
Oh,
it
it's-
needs. Yeah.
Through sensors probably. Oh, somebody
And-
parked.
Yep, another Model S.
Came in. A very early adopter. He probably a Roadster owner.
GVAC
103?
103. Yep.
Oh no, it's SC.
But it's
Oh,
a
it's not a
C.
GVAA.
Yeah.
You're right.
That SIG is
The
definitely
401.
an early adopter.
So now the Autopilot feature. So basically that's.
So if you look behind your steering wheel there, that's going to show you. All right. Stop. Perfect. You see it on the left? Did you see the parking sensor? So put your foot on the brake.
Mhm.
Right. You see it there.
So where is?
Right over here.
Oh, that's the sensor. But the Autopilot, when the Autopilot is in, so the Autopilot feature, it's
Right.
not activated yet, right?
Not yet, no. Well, the Autopilot is actually a combination of a few different features, right? And some of these features are common on other cars, like the adaptive cruise control, for example, or the lane departure warning.
So right now
But
you'll just get a warning,
Bit
right?
of a vibration through the steering wheel, 3 vibrations in a row lets you know you're swerving out of the lane. The
But
front-
it won't steer for you.
Not yet.
Yet.
Yeah. The front-facing camera right now is also reading all the speed signs, so it lets you know what the actual speed limit is in the street that you're on, which is cool. But adaptive cruise control is coming soon, and essentially what Elon said was by this time next year, we're going to have the full suite of Autopilot stuff out.
So basically, as long as you have the hardware,
That's right.
then you will be able to activate it through over-the-air upgrade,
updates.
software update.
Exactly. That's right.
And then, so the Autopilot option is a standalone option, which is about, what, 2,800 or something?
I can show you once we get upstairs, but there's a distinguishing factor between Autopilot Safety, which is standard, and then Autopilot Convenience, which is actually part of the tech package. So Autopilot Safety would be things like adaptive cruise
control, yeah.
or eventually the sensors picking up the blind spots, for example, 360-degree blind spot monitoring. And then Autopilot Convenience would be if we have eventually getting self-parking, for example, things like that. So convenience, part of the tech package, and then safety is a standard on all cars.
And I heard that one of the next features will be that the car will park itself, basically. But as long as it will be only limited to private driveways and private properties, So you won't be able to do it
Yeah,
in a
that's
public
what
parking
Elon was
spot.
mentioning through the announcement, the D announcement.
So that's what BMW has
Right.
kind of announced the same thing, but they're saying that you'll be able to park it in an underground public garage. But I guess so with that.